Hello everyone, this is New Hub. I'm Sergey and this is Ivan, our trader. We'd like to start with some news about why we've been away for a month or two and why we haven't released any new videos or updates lately. The thing is, we're still trading and we'll have a video coming out soon with our trading and new reports, but that's not the most important thing. The main point is this. We have been relying on MetaTrader as our primary trading terminal for quite a long time now to generate consistent profits. And because of that, we have finally decided to develop our own custom solution.
Well, not exactly. It's not just the main terminal we use to earn, but a major source overall. But the main reason is that we've started developing various trading bots, one for crypto, another for futures on financial markets, specifically the US. Our core product is mainly focused on Forex brokers. And across all these different areas, absolutely everything is different.
Different execution logic.
Order books, order types, prices, everything is different. And we're tired of managing separate products. And there are certain bots, or rather algorithms, that we'd like to trade. Across these three distinct areas, we really need to take a step back and find a way to pull it all together into one cohesive strategy. It was just inconvenient. So, after careful consideration, we finally decided that it is high time for us to build our own custom multi-platform system that will properly, and I really want to emphasize properly, unify all three of these distinct areas into one cohesive workflow, because each one of them currently operates in such a siloed way that it is holding us back. Each individual area evolved in its own unique way, eventually reaching its own distinct conclusions, complex algorithms, and independent standards that define how they operate today. And so our main task is to bring them all together.
So in short,
that's the short version without getting into details.
We're developing a new trading terminal. You could say it's for our own needs, but it will be convenient for absolutely all clients who are into trading with different brokers. The main advantage here is that you won't be tied down to just one broker. Instead, you have the flexibility to trade across different companies, all from within a single unified terminal. This really simplifies your entire trading experience. From Forex to crypto to shares of American banks. It is really just as simple as switching between your browser tabs. You can easily manage your deposits and then seamlessly handle all of your trading, all in one place.
Yes, so if we take our bot, our main one, NewHoP Pro, now has the ability to connect fast quote sources and brokers. And because of that, you can connect a whole list. But for a long time, we avoided turning it into a full-fledged trading terminal, displaying charts, displaying orders on the chart there, because we felt that it was something that would be convenient on one hand, but on the other, it would be very distracting, because a person needs to focus on specific things and stick to them. And when we start piling things up around one strategy or a group of strategies, piling up so much, it becomes harder for a person to figure it out. So at the time, we removed absolutely everything, leaving only raw numbers, raw connections, and the choice of algorithms. That was our goal. Now, a different primary goal has emerged. Over the years, we have developed numerous projects and sophisticated trading strategies that are already generating consistent returns. But the real strength of our approach is that these individual components are designed to work together as a unified, powerful system. Meaning not just between Forex brokers, but for example, crypto with Forex brokers. Or for example, the stock market against Forex brokers. Well, here, by combining them, we solve absolutely all the tasks. We can use any fast source, we can trade wherever we want. And that's just on the surface, just based on what we already provide. Now, if we go further, we really want to unify the entire platform, not just for our own internal trading purposes, but to bring everything together under a single cohesive standard. This is a crucial step for us, as it will allow us to streamline our operations and ensure that every part of our system works together seamlessly. It doesn't exist. But let's be honest, you can look at the crypto market with a laugh and how they boast about the leverage they trade with. Leverage is a tool allowing you to create collateral with a smaller amount. So you want to buy 5,000 worth, you set 100 times leverage, open it, and the collateral is $50. That's it. It's a working tool. But it doesn't mean that if you have 100 times leverage, you're forced to go all in with that leverage. That's nonsense. The Forex industry took the right step in this regard because at one time it allowed increasing risks, but it didn't force you. And no one ever said that if I have 500 times leverage, I'll only open at the maximum. But at the same time, the algorithm, this system allowed a large number of strategies to exist, like martingale, because you need a large collateral and many, many orders. And that's where high leverage allowed you to do that. Same with crypto, but there is no unified policy for working with leverage between these platforms. That's one of the nuances. Go ahead.
Basically, I'd also like to add the main point that by combining everything in one place, combining both MetaTrader and other platforms, our possibility will be that we'll be able to add our own robots there as well. So the client won't have to install a separate program, do separate settings elsewhere, or check their account in a third place. So now our own platform allows us to do everything in one place, and the same goes for the end client. So you'll be able to, if you want, trade on MetaTrader 4 or 5 using our robot, which will also be available by subscription.
Using our platform.
Using our platform, yes. I meant an already integrated robot, NewHawk Pro, for example. For the Forex version, you just select all the same connection parameters, hit the start button, and that's it. So now there's no need to host it somewhere else. So the number of programs is reduced. It's the same thing with NewHawk Crypto. So everything is available via API. The exact same robot, you just take it and start working. I think it's very convenient. So everything is transparent and clean. Everyone can monitor in their own separate window which operations are running with which broker. So basically there won't be any restrictions here. There won't be any restrictions. Everything will be on a single platform. And what's more, we want and plan to focus on assistance from our own artificial intelligence, which we're also currently training and fine-tuning for ourselves. That is for trading characteristics for our own technical data that we use for software development. So this AI will also help you analyze your trades or your ideas. So besides the analysis where you can discuss with it whether you're trading correctly or setting up the robot right, you'll also be able to create your own kind of trading robot platform. So within our platform, the primary emphasis is really going to be on helping you to develop your own custom robots step by step.
We want to add a development environment, meaning the client can directly develop any algorithms themselves. But the main, once again, our basic difference compared to everyone else is that we allow these strategies to be used across different types of platforms, MTA, the stock market, and Forex. And use AI for your own purposes. The most important thing, which is generally not talked about, and this is a unique case, is that AI can be used simply as support. So the funniest and most amazing thing is that even if you're doing manual trading, you connect the AI that's right there inside your terminal. By analyzing patterns on the chart, it can signal to you that there's a similar algorithm that you usually trade based on your historical trades. It will give you tips, throw things into a wish list for you to check out, and you open and trade them yourself. AI allows all of this to happen, and you don't have to come up with anything big. The main focus of AI algorithms and agents basically is that they aren't trained, and if they are, they're trained on history, taken from the web, where incompetent, unqualified info built on basic indicators, the bare minimum fed to inexperienced people, is used to try and train AI. But AI needs to be trained on more complex data. Trading sessions, weekends must be considered. Markets, market conditions, periods, summer, winter, New Year's holidays. For example, in America, that's a 3-week bank holiday. And thanks to the specially trained conditions and advanced parameters we have set for our AI agent, we can now incorporate all of that functionality seamlessly. This means that people will finally have a truly reliable, real assistant to guide them through their decisions. It is certainly not like a typical broker calling you up out of the blue just to say, "Hello, Nick, you should really open a position on oil right now because it is going to hit $200. While oil is actually dropping to 60, his main goal is to make money off you, either from commissions or from your losses. He'll call you non-stop, pitching any idea just to get you to trade. That's their whole job. An AI agent has real value because you can customize it for yourself. You've seen the movie, right? Definitely Iron Man. That AI, the assistant that Iron Man had. You can train it the same way by setting your own parameters. And the robot, well, not a robot, it will guide you.
Exactly.
Currently, this technology is not available on the open market, and to successfully provide it, you would need highly qualified expert to train it.
Yes, so ours won't be generic. Ivan is right about that. Generic options won't work at all. We've worked with Claude and the latest ChatGPT 5.5, and their answers are all very superficial. Even the new ones coming out in China, it's like they immediately don't understand us or they're being restricted. So just so you know, we're deploying our own locally, training it, and it already works in a structured way based on the data it was fed and trained on. So it's a completely different thing, not what people usually use for pictures or answering questions. It will be a technical trading specialist, roughly speaking.
Our client will access our server through the platform, and it will provide them with all these prompts.
Yes,
And on top of that, by involving a large group of professionals who will ask the right questions and provide tips, they will also help it learn further, because it can take those nuances into account in the future.
yes, I agree. And I'd also like to add something about the terminal's features. An important one, besides writing and creating a bot, is backtesting. So backtests will cover completely different histories across various instruments, from CFD contracts to US stocks, and the same goes for crypto, meaning all trading instruments from every exchange will be connected. They'll have an extensive history where you can test this under real conditions on futures and spots, with different leverage options provided by a specific company, broker, or exchange. So I believe backtests are essential during the creation process.
Well, that's a major pain point. If you look at the crypto industry right now, there are no decent backtests. There's no full-fledged functionality for writing your own algorithmic trading. Even after all these years, the US futures and stock markets still lack a proper platform or environment for developing your own bot. I mean, sure, we can give you an API to connect somewhere, but you can't build a full-fledged bot of your own within that platform. Yes, one could argue there's NinjaTrader, but excuse me, NinjaTrader needs 500 workarounds just to keep the bot alive and trading somehow. We struggled quite a bit with platforms like that in the past. It's just not their primary focus. They don't go there. They just add it for show. Like, yes, we have this, but these are all basic things that don't let you use it to its full potential. So, of course, all of this needs to be unified, gathered, and brought into a single consistent format. It's a huge problem, really, for the financial market industry as a whole, that these three separate areas have no points of contact whatsoever. Physically, there are none. So I believe there's plenty to showcase and plenty to build here.
Yes. So I think we'll do it this way. I'll create a new tab in our main Telegram channel, a trading terminal tab, and I'll make it private. We'll just post the roadmap there showing each stage so you can track the progress. And I would like to personally invite all of our valued clients, as well as anyone else who is genuinely interested in this topic, to head over to our general Telegram chat. We really want you to share your thoughts and ideas on what you would love to see included in such a powerful trading terminal. Please feel free to suggest any specific features or tools you would want us to implement, whether that means advanced charting capabilities, automated trading bots, or even custom interface layouts. We are genuinely listening because at this very early stage of development, basically anything is possible, and we want to build this with you.
Not just ideas. You can write about your pain points. Say you've come up with a strategy, but there's a difficulty in its implementation. For a number of reasons. You need several platforms, several nuances that need to be taken into account. You can describe all of that. Because our multi-platform system, it will allow you to assemble any number of strategies in any form. Because the main problem, here's another point. We, not knowing yet, are thinking along the lines of TradingView, whether to aggregate or collect historical data. That is, there are a number of nuances that neither TradingView nor other platforms have, which they don't collect. This data, and this can also be combined for backtests and for everything else. So here we'll need to study everything, again, depending on our needs and the demand from others, what is necessary.
I'd like to sum up that basically lately we've gone deeply headfirst into the intensive process of development.
And
As you understand, this is a rather complex product and requires a huge amount of time to fit all the nuances in there and develop it correctly, and just as much time for bug fixes and tests. But nevertheless, we are not giving up on MT4, MT5 right now. We continue to work, we constantly generate profit, also work with different brokers and develop in this direction. We just decided now to create a unified technological infrastructure, our own ecosystem, in which it will be more convenient for absolutely everyone to use, including clients and generally any people involved in trading.
now that specific point is certainly open to debate. Consider Robinhood, for instance, which many people find significantly more approachable. It is often preferred because it strips away all those confusing red and green arrows, the overly complex algorithms, and all that technical jargon that most casual investors simply do not need or want in their daily experience. They just need to open it, buy or sell.
And I've thought about that. Just like in Bybit and Binance, you can always choose a professional account or a beginner's account because that's absolutely necessary.
That exact gradation.
The beginner's account, it just takes away all the robots, all the confusing words, all the arrows. There won't even be an order book. So you'll just have a smartphone with a chart and two buttons, buy or sell.
The order book is very pretty, but it's incomprehensible and only complicates things for most people.
Therefore, you can be absolutely certain that everything here has been carefully thought out to cater to both complete beginners and seasoned professionals alike, because within just one single account, you have everything you need. It would be very difficult and you can't do without a modular system there. It's a modular system where you can pull up different charts for your specific volume needs. Level 2 data,
That's 100% true, yeah.
because a single desktop would just freeze everything up. And since we brought up the topic of beginners and pros, I'd like to say that we've slightly redesigned our model with New Hope, changed it a bit differently so that people couldn't, well, not that they couldn't, but some want to buy the product impulsively, while others want it but don't always understand what they're doing. So for new clients, we now have a form on the website to fill out an application before purchasing. So the system will look different now. A new client fills out a form stating whether they want to buy crypto or Forex. Then we contact them and have a brief consultation to understand what the person wants to achieve and what their actual skills are. I just want to say that experience, yes. There are strong beginners for whom this product, well, Forex might not be right. Maybe crypto would be better, or we could offer them some alternative. Because the product is still designed more for professionals. And I don't want people to delude themselves thinking they can just buy it, click earn, and withdraw. Unfortunately, it's a great idea, but in today's reality, it doesn't always work. And again, it's not up to us. We're ready to offer you this format, but there are brokers who simply prevent you from using it. So there are nuances absolutely everywhere. And even on crypto exchanges, there are also nuances.
Even on crypto exchanges.
Yes, even on crypto exchanges.
We have actually had some of our accounts blocked already. And honestly, we have already gone ahead and dealt with all of that situation completely.
Yes, and actually the trading happening there was strictly on the spot market, not even on futures contracts. There are definitely some complex nuances here that I just want to say are completely beyond our control at this moment. It is important to keep that in mind. The second part, meaning you can earn, you can show.
When a third party is involved, we can't be responsible for them.
There's always this third party that gets in everyone's way, both for us promoting our product and for people making money, because everyone comes here to earn.
Yes.
So that's why
we used to just quietly turn some people down while we'd have a dialogue with others. Now we're just bringing this more into the public space. Why? Because there are two factors that are very important to pay attention to. First, whether you have experience or if you're a beginner. And second, psychological resilience. Psychological resilience is primarily related to the inability to withdraw profits. Those who more diligently open accounts, trade, and find connections can often break down when they aren't given their money. It's just that the broker didn't return the money and the person gives up. There is such a thing, and we try to talk about it. We explain it to people. But then people think that we are to blame because the broker didn't return the money. In this specific situation, we bear no responsibility, primarily because we cannot influence the broker's actions, and the fact that he cancelled the money, for example, is entirely outside of our control. This is one of the types, so the product is more complex. But accordingly, in what model the multi-platform system will be provided, in what model the robots will be given by subscription or by purchase, we are currently developing and thinking about all this. Because we want to give people the opportunity to feel and see a product that does not exist on the market, in principle. And we are sure that over time this will become widespread, since combining all three platforms is quite a task, and there are no analogs. There is nothing like it. And the second point is that a large number of clients for us in one form or another is good testing, good feedback for development, and their interaction with the subscription model that they will see. That is, they developed robots, their robot doesn't earn for them, they couldn't figure it out, they see that our robots, some ready-made strategies are available by subscription, for example, or by purchase. A person can already interact further. Therefore, it will be necessary to study in more detail how we will interact, how we will distribute all this. But I can say for sure from myself that there are no analogs, and it will be very difficult to systematize all this. This is the main task. Not even development, but bringing everything to a common denominator.
In any case, this is all solvable. It can all be set up, done. It just takes time. That's understandable. But then again,
I've been working on this for 6 weeks.
yes, and there are already results. Maybe we won't yet. We'll show some, at least the visual part, but we'll coordinate it further. So that's briefly why we delayed the new videos a bit. This is our new idea, our new product, our new ecosystem, which will include everything in one place. Well, and on that note, I think we'll finish. Briefly why we were delayed with the new video, because we are developing a new product and a new ecosystem, trying to combine everything into a single style to make the complex simple. I think this is what we want to be clear to everyone, because no matter how hard we try, no matter how much we explain, the product is still complex. But I'm sure that with the new terminal and the new AI agent trained using our method and our technical documentation, anyone will be able to ask questions and easily figure it out and get all the answers.
Yes.
So
That's all, I guess.
yes. Thanks everyone, successful trading to all, and goodbye until next time.